Now, leaders of France, Denmark and Greenland met in Paris as Europe reassesses its security priorities after US President Donald Trump's remarks on Greenland's strained transatlantic ties. From Paris to Brussels, calls are growing for greater European defense autonomy and a stronger regional role within NATO. More in this report.
Days after US President Donald Trump backed away from his earlier warning of seizing Greenland, leaders from Denmark and Greenland met with the French President Emmanuel Macron in Paris on Wednesday, underscoring growing European unease over transatlantic relations. Macron added that Trump's remarks should serve as a strategic wake-up call for Europe, urging the continent to assert its sovereignty and strengthen its contribution to Arctic security.
Recent events confirm that the situation in Greenland is a strategic wake-up call for all of Europe in terms of asserting our European sovereignty on our contribution to Arctic security, on the fight against foreign interference and disinformation, and on the fight against global warming, and establishing a privileged partnership for sustainable development and reducing strategic dependencies.
The Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen said Europe must urgently bolster its defenses to reduce its reliance on the United States for military protection.
For me, the way forward is quite clear. It's up to us and only up to us Europeans to create a confident and prosperous Europe of tomorrow. We have to be able to defend ourselves.
Greenland's Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen emphasized that the best path forward for both the United States and Europe is to stick together.
For us, this is about the values in the world, our democracy, respect for international law and order, and integrity.
However, the long-standing US-Europe alliance within NATO has been strained following Trump's warning that the United States could seize Greenland from Denmark. These tensions were further highlighted after NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte told EU lawmakers that Europe currently lacks the capacity to defend itself without US support. European Union Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas echoed this concern, stating that Europe is no longer Washington's primary strategic focus and that this shift is structural rather than temporary.
Europe is no longer Washington's primary center of gravity. The shift has been ongoing for a while. It is structural, not temporary. It means that Europe must step up. No great power in history has ever outsourced its survival and survived.
Although Trump has since withdrawn tariff threats and ruled out using force to take Greenland, US demands for greater control over the territory have rattled transatlantic relations. The episode has accelerated European efforts to reduce dependence on the United States and reinforced calls for the continent to end its decades-long reliance on NATO-dominant military power for security. Bureau Report, DD India.